Did you know there are 8 different types of UUIDs? UUIDs, universally unique identifiers, are commonly used to generate unique values, but with 8 different versions, how do you choose the right one? In this video, we'll break down all 8 versions and when to use each one. Let's get started. UUIDs, or universally unique identifiers, are 128-bit numbers used to identify data across systems in a unique way. They're used in databases, software development, and many other areas, but not all UUIDs are the same. There are 8 different versions, each with its own strengths and ideal use cases. Here's a quick summary of the 8 UUID versions. UUID version 1v1, generated from a timestamp, monotonic counter, and a MAC address. When to use: great for tracking when and where an ID was created but exposes system information like the MAC address, making it less private. UUID version 2v2, reserved for security IDs, but rarely used today. When to use: you probably won't encounter v2 unless working in legacy systems or specialized projects. UUID version 3v3, generated from MD5 hashing of some input data, such as a URL. When to use v3 when you need a deterministic UUID, one that can be reproduced from the same input, but MD5 is outdated and insecure. UUID version 4v4, generated purely from random data, and the most common version in use today. When to use: this is the default choice when you need a random, general-purpose UUID. UUID version 5v5, similar to v3 but uses SHA-1 hashing, a more secure algorithm. When to use v5 for creating UUIDs from unique input data, like a URL, but with stronger security than v3. UUID version 6, v6, generated from timestamps and monotonic counters, like v1, but reordered for better sorting by time. When to use v6 if you need UUIDs that sort by creation time, but v7 is generally preferred. UUID version 7 v7 combines timestamps with random data for both sortable and randomized IDs. When to use v7 if you need a UUID that can be sorted by time and is random. It's often a better choice than v1 or v6. UUID version 8 v8, custom UUIDs where you define your own fields, aside from the required version and variant bits. When to use v8 for special or custom use cases that don't fit into the other standard versions. When it comes to choosing which version of UUID to use, it's often a choice between v4 or v7. Use v4 when you need a simple, random UUID, perfect for most general cases. Use v7 when you need to sort your UUIDs by the time they were created, like in databases or logging systems. Use v5 if you need a UUID generated from specific data, such as a URL. Use v8 when you want a custom UUID with your own fields. Now you know the differences between the 8 versions of UUIDs. If you're interested in more tech insights, check out our last video on no-code platforms and how they're changing the world of app development. You can find it here. Thanks for watching.